Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with a BI Rabbi. It's rather cold outside. Actually, it's very cold outside, especially for those of us from Vancouver. We are certainly not used to this weather. But while it is cold outside, it is very warm here at Congregation Beth Israel. And that's for a couple of different reasons. The first of which is, thankfully, we are in a new building. And in this new building, our new heating system works. So it's warm in the building. For the second reason, though, is even more important, and that's because of the people. We've had a lot of great warmth in our building, and I know it's going to continue for the weeks and months and years to come. In fact, last week, we had a fantastic program with over 400 people, a pre-Hanukkah celebration, in which we celebrated Hanukkah with families of kids of all ages, with an incredible concert, and also with a program done by Circus West. It was absolutely wonderful. And this coming week, we have a couple wonderful things happening as well. Firstly, tomorrow night, Motzei Shabbat at 8 p.m., we have a concert with our very own Debbie Fenson, as she and others sing songs from Naomi Shemer and Leonard Cohen. It will be a wonderful concert. And then on Monday night, we have an information session about next year's Israel trip, our Israel cultural experience, which will take place in November. And it's important to remember that November in Israel is often a lot warmer than it is here in Vancouver. This Shabbat, we read Parshat Vayishlach. This is one of my favorite parshiot because of a particular event that takes place and a message that comes from that particular event. In this parsha, in this Torah portion, Jacob, Yaakov, and Esav meet up for the first time with their camps and their families. They haven't seen each other for 20 years. Ever since Jacob, Yaakov, had to escape from his brother Esav because his brother Esav wanted to kill him because of some really bad things that Yaakov had done to Esav. And now finally, after 20 years, when the brothers are reunited, the Torah tells us, V'yishkahehu, that Jacob is actually kissed by Esav, that Esav kisses his neck. And the rabbis are a little bit confused by this and use the fact that there are dots over the Hebrew to give us a little bit of a midrash, to spin the text a little bit. And one of the ways that they understand this is that Esav didn't really mean his kiss. In fact, some say, in one particular midrash, that it says that actually what Esav tried to do was bite Jacob's neck. And it was only because Jacob's neck turned to a pillar of marble and Esav's teeth turned to wax that he was unable to do what he wanted to. And yet others say, no, the dots over the Hebrew suggest that actually Esav was kissing Jacob with great intention, with true intention in his heart and an appreciation of Jacob. In fact, the two of them not only are reunited, but according to the rabbis, according to Midrash Rabbah, according to Rashi, what is happening here is that Esav actually forgives Jacob, and that the kiss signifies that forgiveness. I love this Torah portion because so much of what happens in our world today, the negativity, comes from long-standing feuds, comes from long-standing problems. Sometimes it's on an international level, sometimes it's with colleagues, and often, in fact, most often what I deal with as a rabbi are problems with family members. And those problems with family members, they're hard to resolve. They're hard to heal from. But it takes a special intention, something in our heart, going out of our way to forgive others, especially family members who have wronged us, such as the way Jacob wronged Esav. Yet Esav is considered to be a brute, and in fact, by the rabbis, he's considered to be one of the characters in the Torah who is really not a hero. And yet, in this week's Torah portion, he is our hero because he shows us that it is possible to forgive others. And by doing that, it's possible to bring peace into our families and peace into our world, and to bring true warmth into our hearts. Shabbat Shalom.